Everyone, this is Jeff. This is a third video in After Effects Text Basics. This is going to focus on text animators. We've looked at them briefly before when we were playing with tracking and letting, but here we're going to go a little more in depth. So here's the project that I've got going here. You've seen it before. It's a little, the first three texts doesn't really have any kind of animation to it, and so we're going to kind of fix that. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to add an animate function. And so I'm going to animate on this first one, opacity. There we go. Now this should not be a huge surprise. You basically start here. I add an opacity keyframe. I'm going to go to the end of this text to add a second opacity keyframe. And at the beginning, I will make it 0, so it kind of fades up. Now, that isn't necessarily a big deal because you've been doing that before on the transform level. And the advantage, though, of having it happen in the animator level in the text is that basically allows you a lot more functions. And so we're going to look at those. So in here, we're going to look under animator, we're going to look at range selector. And range selector is going to be a little bit like trim path. And range selector just comes standard whenever you make a new animator, text animator. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here where I am going to, with start. So just like trim path, if I add a start frame here, and a start frame there, and then go back to beginning, and I'm going to make this go at 100%. So you'll see that, oops, I got that backwards. And I'll make this one at 100%. So there I basically now have not just it fading in altogether, but fading in letter by letter. Now, I can also go in here under, and you can do the same with in, so it would start from right to left, and offset would do a section of it, meaning it would highlight a section of it. We can do a big one like that, but we need more text. So I'm going to go in advanced and look what else we can do. So I can base this on Unison. Right now it's based on characters. So as it goes forward, it's just going to do spell out here is a, but I can also base this on words. So now as it comes in, it's going to be like here is a. So it's going to do them in groups. So it actually can kind of really simulate the feel and pacing of like speaking, because you do one word at a time. So text animators are kind of cool because you can animate the text within itself as opposed to just in the layer. Okay, let's do something else. Let's go down to thing of, and I'm going to also add an animate. This time we're going to animate position. And so I'm going to start over here, add a position keyframe, go to the end here. Actually, I'll have it kind of before that pops in. Here's a second keyframe. And X, of course, means left to right, and Y means vertical. So I'm going to go to the first keyframe and make this go out of the box. Now, I'm going to add my range selector. I'm going to add a start and a keyframe at the end. Let's go back. I did that backwards again. There we go. And so, but right now, so it kind of is moving up like I wanted. It's very fast. But it's coming out of the box. So what we can also do is just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and select this layer, and I'm going to create a rectangle on this layer. And when I create a rectangle directly on a layer when it's selected, it's going to automatically create a mask. So you can see right now there is a mask. So what it's going to do is only show what is in that box. So that is a kind of quick use of text animators, but I think it can add some great distinction to your project.